¿Qué pasa, YouTube? How's it going, everybody? Hopefully y'all are having a good weekend or a good day whenever you are watching this battle. I have something awesome for you guys. Not only is this a very good Wi-Fi battle against my boy Harris, it's awesome, but this is a no lines Citra battle. So if you guys could make sure to answer the comment question of the day, I would love to hear your answers on that because that could affect how I will be recording future videos. And I'm so happy I got no lines Citra, so thanks to my boys Retro Soul and Daneki for helping me out a bit with this. So yeah, let me know the answer to that, guys. If you want to know exactly what I mean by no outlines and with lines, then check out any of my previous Ultra Sun and Moon battles. Those have lines and this one will not have lines. So yeah, let me know which one you guys like a little bit better. So I really wanted to try out Kommo-O's new Z move, and unfortunately Kommo-O's Z move got the boot from Ryu, which is perfectly understandable. So I decided just to kind of throw a Yu team together, and Harris has a very hyper offensively based team. Fun fact, thanks to move tutor moves this gen in Ultra Sun and Moon, 3 of my Pokemon can now have Defog, as where 2 of them already previously learned Defog. So I have 5 Pokemon on my team that know Defog, so I almost kind of expected him to not go for the Stealth Rocks, but realistically the chances of me having Defog on like all my Pokemon is very slim to none. Although I do have Defog on Superior, which is kind of cool. So if I am able to go for Defog later in this battle, this Azelf would have literally have done nothing in this game. So I was able to U-turn out turn 1. I am Choice Scarf, so I was able to outspeed him, and I can bring in my Mega Aerodactyl and Pursuit Trap him and get rid of the Azelf without it doing entirely too much. As in comes the Scizor. I make a bit of a questionable play here. I honestly thought that he would go for the U-turn, which is why I decided to stay in and go for the Fire Fang, because if he did go for the U-turn as I switched out and he gained momentum, that would have been really bad for me, considering that again he does have a very hyper offensively based team. So by me making that aggressive stay in play with my Mega Aerodactyl and going for the Fire Fang, that was actually really helpful to me in the long run of this game, as he ends up bringing in the Latios. Turns out that he's Scarfed and he's going to go for the Draco. I was actually right out of range of where rocks would have knocked me out, so I could have safely switched into my Klefki if I really wanted to, but at the same time, he does still have the Azumarill in the back, and then this Latios is again Choice Scarf, so there was not really too much else that my Mega Aerodactyl was realistically going to do in this game. As I'm going to double out this turn, he's going to end up bringing in the Nidoking as I bring in my Choice Banded Scizor. All I really want to do with Scizor is just get off a huge hit on this Nidoking, because this thing can live one hit from just about everything on my team, and at least by getting off this Bullet Punch damage and being knocked out by the Flamethrower, I can bring in something to safely revenge kill Nidoking. But he actually ends up going for the substitute, so it's even better that I did stay in and go for the Bullet Punch, as it then turns out that he most likely does not have the Flamethrower or the Fire Blast, because if he did have a fire type move, he definitely should have gone for it, considering that my switch-ins to Earth Power are bopped by a fire move anyways. So did you guys see that Chinchou? Hold on, I just noticed that there's a little Chinchou just chilling in the background with the front row seat here. So I'm able to knock out the Nidoking. In comes the Azumarill. Turns out that he's Jolly Azumarill, because I actually had enough speed on the Scizor to outspeed Adamant Azumarill, and the rest was in HP, which is why I was able to take that Earth Power from the Nidoking. So I'm going to bring in my Kommo-O here, banking on the fact that he is Choice Banded, because a lot of Azumarills that I've seen in UU are banded. I have seen the occasional Assault Vest, but by bringing in Kommo-O, I can substitute here, scout it to see if he's going to stay in or switch out, and then from there realize if he is choiced or not. As he brings in the Latios, I'm going to take this chance to go for my Clangorous Soulblaze, as he actually ends up switching into the Azumarill. Now, I was not aware that even if the damaging aspect of Clanglorious Soulblaze does not go through, that you actually don't get the boosts at all. So that kind of sucks. If I knew that, I wouldn't have been so trigger happy and gone straight for my Clanglorious Soulblaze there. I most likely would have just gone for the Outrage, because in the following turn, even if he had brought an Azumarill, I could have still just gone for the close combat, and I would have been able to still do some decent damage to him. So either way, I am still behind a substitute, so that's not entirely too bad, as I do get off a decent little bit of chip damage. At this point, I'm just going to sack off my Kommo-O, because I can't do anything to Azumarill. I don't outspeed Latios, and I don't outspeed the Heracross, but he's actually going to switch in to his Latios here. I'm not sure why he switched in Latios. Maybe he thought that I would bring in my Klefki, which I guess does kind of make some sense if he does have the trick, because then he could have gone for trick or something along those lines. But either way though, I'm just sacking off my Kommo-O at this point, as he actually ends up switching back here and brings in his Heracross now. And I really wish that I did go for the outrage, because realistically I didn't lose anything by going for outrage, because even if you brought an Azumarill, I wouldn't have been locked in to outrage, and then the next turn I still could have gone for the close combat against the Azumarill, and then outrage would have done way more damage to this Heracross in the first place. So yeah, that was a bit of a misplay on my part, but close combat still did a decent little bit of damage. I believe I was a naughty nature, so I could still hit him up for some respectable damage as he blows me back with a guts boosted close combat. This will allow me to bring in my Hydreigon, and it's kind of a 50-50 on whether or not he's going to stay in, or am I going to go for the U-turn expecting him to bring in the Azumarill. And I decide to be aggressive here, as luckily he does end up leaving in the Heracross, and I'm able to absolutely destroy that with the Fire Blast, as in comes the Azumarill here. At this point, I don't think I really need my Hydreigon, because I can't do too much damage to this Azumarill, and if I lock myself into a Dragon type move or a Dark type move, then that's gonna ultimately hurt me in the long run. So thankfully it turns out that he ends up over predicting and goes for the liquidation, allowing me to just kind of chip him down with the Fire Blast here. I did miss my first Fire Blast on this Azumarill, but I don't really think that ends up mattering entirely too much, although that extra little bit of damage would have been nice, because I think I might have actually been able to knock him out. Then again, it is Fire Blast, so it's no real surprise when you miss, and you can't really be upset about it. So he is going to end up 3-hit KOing me here with the liquidation. If he was Adamant Choice Banded, that would have been a clean 2-hit KO, but Jolly Banded is still kind of nice, because as you guys saw earlier in the battle, he was able to outspeed my Scizor. So this does now allow me to bring in my boy Superior. Absolutely love Superior, although I don't have much need to go for the Defog now. I can safely just go for the Leaf Storm. As in comes the Latias, I will be able to gain my +2 in my special attack, and because this is Choice Scarf Latias, he will be faster than me, but he is lacking that extra power from Life Orb Latias or Soul Dew Latias, so I can comfortably live one hit, go for another Leaf Storm, and if I get the damage roll in my favor, I will be able to knock him out. So luckily I do get the roll in my favor. I'm able to knock out the Latias, and if I hadn't knocked him out there, I think I might have actually been able to still take another Psychic. I would have checked the calc, but if I was able to take another Psychic, definitely would have just stayed in and knocked him out with the Hidden Power Fire, or it would have come down to a 50-50 on whether or not I stay in or switch out into my Klefki, and he could try to pull a double switch into his Azumarill expecting my Klefki, and then in that scenario that would have been a little bit bad for me. So yeah, getting the roll there in my favor really did kind of ease up the victory there at the end. So very, very good game to my boy Harris. Is awesome. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and hopefully you guys did enjoy the no outlines. Let me know, do you like no outlines or do you like outlines for Citra? Comment that down below, and make sure to show off support and hit that like button as well. So thank you all for watching, guys. Happy Merry, it's just a Saturday. I don't know why I'm saying happy Merry and all that. I don't know. Hey, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So later, everybody.
No matter where you're at, I'm not here to make friends, it's time to attack and deplete your HP with a final smash. Don't make me turn around and pull a 6-foot hacks. 6 foot hacks. Yeah. 6 foot hacks. Yeah. 6 foot hacks.